Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a really fun sort of it's a double easel card, but it's made a little different. So it has an easel in the back and an easel in the front, and it looks like that when you stand it up. I don't know if you can see that, but isn't that cool? It's quite easy, and then it opens up and you can put your message on the inside, but it folds relatively flat for mailing. So I would definitely include instructions with it so people know, so in case it's not obvious the way that it stands up, because it looks like that. But isn't that fun? And it's pretty easy to make. So let me show you how it's done. So I started with 3 sheets of white card. So this one is 5 by 7. Because the overall card is 5 by 7. And then I've got a second piece that is 5 by 8. And I scored at 3.5 and at 7. And that's going to attach there, and that's going to create my back easel. And then I've got the front easel is 6 by 5 and scored at 2.5 and 5. So that gives you a little 1-inch tab, and that's going to go on the front and create your front easel. Okay, so we're going to glue this piece on, and you can glue it to the back, but I glued it to the front just because, and because I'm going to mat and layer it anyway, so it won't show. And you basically just want to line that up. The front and the corners. This is where wet glue is your friend. And then make sure that it's all straight. That's your back easel. And then I'm going to do the same with this front piece, but on the other end. So we'll put glue on the 1-inch tab. So again, the bottom piece is 5 by 7. And then the back easel is 5 by 8. Well, actually I made it 8.5, but it's 8, and then you score at the 7, and then to create your little glue tab, and then you score that in half. So if you made it a different size, just you need a glue tab, and then you score it in half. And then this piece is just is essentially 5 by 6 scored at 1 inch from one end to create that 1-inch glue tab, and then scored at 2.5 to give you a 2.5-inch easel in the front, and then a 3.5-inch easel in the back. So just like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and mat and layer. And I've just got a solid piece of brown cardstock for the back. And then I've got paper from the Crafter's Companion Sunflower Collection that's going to go on my front and on my 2 backs. So let me glue those on, and I'll be right back with you in a minute. Okay, so I've got those matted and layered. Okay. And then to create the back panel, I just took some solid brown cardstock, and it's 5 by 7, and I cut 2 of them, 5 by 7, and then I used my paper trimmer to come in a 1/2 inch and create a frame. If you have a nesting die, a rectangular nesting die that's that size, it works great. I do not have rectangular nesting dies, so I just used my paper trimmer, and I cut 2 of them, and then I sandwiched a piece of acetate in between. So 5 by 7, 1/2 inch in all the way around, and then put your acetate in, glue the other one on top, and this is going to glue right onto here. And it's 5 by 7, so it's going to cover that entire front. But when you glue it down, just put the glue on this side. Do not put anything on that top, because you want it to stand up. So you can put glue on the frame or on the card. And then because it's exactly the same size, just line it up. Glue that down. Okay, and that creates your back easel. and your front easel. And then it's just about decorating. Now to decorate mine, I used so the birds that I used are from Honeybee Stamps. They're layering dies, and they give you this nice layering directions, but it's a layering die from Honeybee Stamps because I didn't have any bird dies from anywhere else, and I do like the layering stamps from Honeybee Stamps. This particular branch with the little bird on it is a Crafter's, well, I don't know where this, well, I know where the die came from, but I don't know if it's actually Crafter's Companion. I think it might be a Sheena die, but I got this in one of my very first Crafter's Companion mystery bags that I bought 5 years ago. I don't know, a long time ago. And I haven't really used it much, but it's perfect with these birds. It does have a little bird on the bottom, which I don't really care about. I'm going to leave it on there because it doesn't hurt anything. But I'm just going to glue that onto the card, essentially to one side, and I'll trim and just glue that right on to the acetate. So to glue it on, I used a combination of glue and my Dottie tape pen. And you can use any die that you want on here, but I thought this one was almost perfect. Glue that on there. I'm going to use my 3D glue gel to attach my bird up on the top, my flying bird. And then I'm going to put I've got some sunflowers with some foliage. This is the Crafter's Companion Sunflower Collection sunflower die and foliage. And then I found these leaf dies in some of my foliage dies from a couple years ago, the winter collection. And I thought to make it an even more of a fall-y look, I'm going to use some leaves. So I'm going to put some leaves. I just cut some in different colors, and I think I might ink them up. A little bit of ink on those leaves really give them a lot more texture. So I'm going to go ahead and stand this up, and I'm going to put my little bird that's standing on the front. Actually, I'll go ahead and set that like that so you can kind of see. It's going to go here, and again, that's bent, so you just want to glue it on the front, not on the side. So he's going to go there. And then I think I'll put some leaves on this front section, and I'm going to put my sunflowers on the back. And then on the back, I'm going to put some more leaves and my sunflowers on. But I'm going to use my 3D glue gel, and I'm going to put my sunflowers more kind of higher up. And then all we have left to do is put in our little stopper, which is going to be a double stopper. So it's going to go right in the middle. And I just have a strip of the cardstock. This is that same cardstock from it's what's left of the Sunflower Collection 12 by 12 sheet that I used. And I just put a little bit of foam tape on there. And it's about 1.25 inches wide. As you can see, you kind of almost don't even need it because they kind of, stand up against each other. But I did put a stopper in just to separate them a little bit. And so they naturally go about there. So I'm going to put it right about there. Just try to get it straight. That's pretty good. And there we go. And there's your card. Nice double easel. So this one folds down, and then that one folds on top. I've got that wet glue, so I'm not gonna smash it down, and it stands up, and it's so pretty. It's a beautiful fall card. It's using that Sunflower collection and some from Crafter's Companion, along with the Crafter's Companion leaves from their winter foliage collection 2 years ago, I think, and then the birds from Honeybee Stamps. So, hope you like that. Thanks for watching.